Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor. We are looking at SMX Security Matters Public Limited Company. Another reverse split. Is it time to get in? What are my thoughts on it? How am I trading it? Would I be buying it? What levels would I be buying if I was? And what levels would I be selling? We're also going to be looking at its intrinsic value and also be asking an AI model its thoughts on this stock. So please do stick around until the end and do hit the like button if you do like this stock and you want some more content for this stock. So let's get straight into it. Right now it's sitting at $6.23 and it's just, unfortunately, the trend, you just do need to zoom out sometimes and see what's going on. It's just down. And obviously you know this if you follow this stock, but you have to remind yourself, if it's been going down all this time, there's a reason for it doing that, and it can just continue doing that until it's a bankrupt company. It still has a market capitalization of $500,000, which really isn't much at all for a company listed on the stock market. So be very, very cautious about that. Before I look at any potential trade setups, let's quickly look at and see what our AI model has to say about it. So, where did that information? Here we go. I've asked what are the growth prospects for this stock in the next 5 years. To actually assess the growth prospects of SMX Security in the next 5 years, we need to consider several key factors. Industry trends, blockchain adoption. The increasing adoption of blockchain technology in supply chains for transparency and security can significantly boost demand for SMX solutions, which is a great point. Crypto is being adopted across the board, and not only crypto itself, but the underlying technology behind it, which is blockchain technology. Which even the independent candidate for the US I saw today was saying that he wants to put the whole of the treasury on the blockchain, so each and every citizen can see how their tax money is being spent. They can go onto the blockchain, which is secured, and see exactly where each penny of their tax money is being spent. So for example, if somewhere in the local council they're spending it on £20,000 on a bathroom renovation and £220,000 on toilet paper, you can see something is not right. So blockchain technology is here to stay. It's going to be implemented in small businesses. It can also be implemented within governments. So the only issue is, will it happen fast enough for this company to see the benefits of it for their profits? And I don't think so. I think it will take a few more years before we see it implemented. So I don't think that by itself is going to keep this company alive. Let's continue. Regulatory environment. Favorable regulations promoting blockchain use in various industries can enhance SMX growth prospects. Regulation is very, very tough on this industry right now. So again, that's another thing. The industry trends aren't looking good for this stock, in my opinion. Moving forward, company-specific factors. Innovation and research and development. Continued investment in research and development can lead to new improved products, helping SMX stay ahead of its competitors. It's low on cash. It can't keep spending money on research and development, so that's not good. Strategic partnerships. Forming alliances with major industry players can expand SMX market reach and drive growth. Yes, they need to do that as soon as possible. Market demand, supply chain security. Growing concerns about supply chain integrity, especially in critical sectors like pharmaceuticals and food, can drive demand. Yes, let's move on to the next question, because there's a lot of potential. However, if you look at it more clearly, it is very hard for a company that with 500,000 market capitalization to take advantage of all these industry trends. They have to be very specific about what they're targeting. I think this industry is very important. If this was a company with $15 billion market capitalization, $5 billion in cash, spending on research and development are guaranteed to stay around for 10 years, then yes, it can do all those things. It can go after everything on that list. However, because the company is so small and it's so weak at the moment, there's no point looking at the bigger picture. They need to focus on something very very loud motorbike. They need to focus on something very specific and try and make money and survive until they can make money out of some of these bigger dreams that they can go after. The current market sentiment I asked about. The current market sentiment for SMX is currently mixed with a leaning towards negative. Here are a few key factors influencing the sentiment. Recent stock performance has been an 88% drop since the beginning of the year. Media sentiment. The average media sentiment score for SMX is negative 0.28, indicating recent news coverage has been slightly negative. Company announcements. SMX has made several strategic announcements such as 2.9 million public offering and partnerships aimed at enhancing supply chain transparency and sustainability. Institution and insider in activity. Approximately 15.7% of SMX shares are held by institutional investors, which is relatively strong and indicates some level of confidence from large investors. Okay, that's good news. Institutions aren't giving up on it. Volatility and risk. SMX has a beta of 2.
Brian Bynum donated $2 through a super chat. TLRY, please, Biden is endorsing Kamala Harris.
Thank you for that. We'll look at that. Yes, we do look at a lot of stocks for our members. So if you're watching this during the video, then please look at the comment section below. Type your comments. Like other people's comments on what we should review next. And if you give a super thanks, we can look at yours. We'll look at Tilray after this. So let's move on to the next and final question before we look at the charts, which is how does it compare to its competitors in terms of market share and performance? SMX operates in the niche market of blockchain-based supply chain solutions. It has a relatively small market share compared to its large competitors with a market cap of approximately 255,000. Digital health acquisition, similar to SMX, DHAC is a small cap company in the business services sector. It has a market cap around 23 million, indicating a larger market presence as SMX. So that's a potential alternative. Eaton ETN is a significant player in the industry and the commercial machinery sector with a market cap of 17 billion. And then we have CW with a market cap of 6.5 billion. A major competitor has a diversified portfolio in aerospace, defence and industrial sectors, allowing it to capture a larger market share. That's more of the fundamentals. Do your own research into the fundamentals as well. My only concern is, even though this software is telling us it's got a high solvency score, I think its information is a bit behind because it still says $128, so I'm not going to use alpha spread for this stock analysis. Let's look at the charts because the fundamentals aren't looking amazing. I think the industry is great. I think it's a great growing industry, but you need a lot of cash behind you to make it work. What would I say in terms of chart analysis? I would say be very careful trading this. It is a very, very volatile stock. You have to have very tight stop losses. You have to be going into the stock knowing that you're more likely to lose than to win on this stock. If you take a Fibonacci from the low to the high, that won't help us because that would say it's going down to 65 cents, which it could do, honestly. I think it's one of those stocks where it is very hard to give an analysis on the price because it's just making all-time lows every single week. Let's see if we can find any information. No Fibonacci's will work. This is an untradeable stock, to be honest. It's got 500,000 market cap. It's done another reverse split. if you want to get into this stock, it's not going to be based on the charts. It's going to be based if you want to take a little risk, a gamble on this industry, on this, not just this industry, because the industry doesn't really matter right now. It's on this stock. To see something changing for this stock, which we aren't seeing yet, would be what you want to see in the future is maybe this low here turning into a double bottom, not going below $5 again, creating a double bottom and turning all these lower highs into higher lows. You want to see the trend start changing. We're not seeing any of that yet, but that's when there will be a trade, is when instead of going down all the time, you start going up. You turn one of these lows into a double bottom, so you go down again and then you start moving up. That's what you want to start seeing. If you look at some indicators, the RSI isn't oversold, so it can go lower, and the MACD, if we zoom in, let's see what the MACD is saying on the daily, is also negative. So indicators aren't looking good. The overall trend is to the downside. For the first time ever, I can't even give you a trade setup. I can just tell you what we're looking for is no longer going down. We want to see a base start coming in. We want to see buyers come in, turn the trend from lower highs to higher lows, and we'll keep you updated on the stock. If you do have any specific questions, then do let me know in the comments below. There will be 2 videos, one up here and one down here. Might be a playlist or a video, but please do check it out. There might be some better stocks than this one for you to have a look at. I did like having a look at the stock. I love the industry. I just don't think this company will be around to take advantage of it. Thank you for the suggestion. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.